Hello everybody, I'm Bielanski. How are you today? I just want to introduce you to myself and to the Senior Golf Project. You're going to think this is crazy, because it pretty much is, but I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to have a ton of fun doing it. I'm going to work hard. What am I going to do? Well, I'm 48 years old, just turned 48. I've been a lifelong golfer. I'm a high handicapper, so I'm not spectacular. Played a little high school golf competitively, but really haven't played anything competitive since then. I am going to try to get my golf game into good enough shape to qualify for the PGA Champions Tour. Yeah, I know, that sounds crazy. You know, that's the tour that guys like Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer and now Steve Stricker and Fuzzy Zeller and Curtis Strange played on, and just some of these amazing golfers that I grew up watching golf are now playing on the Champions Tour. And they don't just let anybody play on these tours. You've got to be a pretty darn good golfer to make that happen. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Let's start with that. It can be done. There are some guys who never played professional golf on the junior circuit, on the regular PGA Tour, who have gone on to play on the senior tour. But right now I'm a high handicapper. My handicap's right around 24. I'm 48 years old. I'm fairly out of shape. But you know what? Golf's a game I can play for the rest of my life. And speaking of the rest of my life, one of my inspirations for this was a guy I used to work with, volunteer with in Long Island when I was an EMT at Huntington Community First Aid Squad. This young man, I call him a young man because he acted like it, was 70 years old and over probably. I don't know exactly how old he was. But he was working on the ambulance with the rest of us, just like all the young folks. He could lift the stretcher, he could carry the equipment, he drove the ambulance, every bit as sharp as all of the folks my age and even the ones younger than me. And he kept going and going and going well into his 70s. And I am convinced that this person who was doing all of this amazing stuff at age 70 and older was doing it because he kept active all throughout his older advancing years, which is where I'm getting. I'm 2 years from AARP. And he was amazing. And I'm convinced that he kept his wits about him, his mind was sharp, he was physically active, and all of those things went on well beyond what is considered normal retirement age because he did those things to stay active. So why am I thinking senior tour at this point in time? Well, at 48, I'm literally 2 years away from the age I would need to be. And the USGA, their US senior amateur is age 55. So that's another goal possibly, is to go and do that. So I'm still a couple of years away, and I've got a lot of work to do on my golf game. It will take me probably several years to get this done, to get close to the point that I need to do. And I've got to basically be able to get my handicap really down to being a scratch golfer. It can absolutely be done. I'm going to put together a team of people to do that. I'm going to share with you the whole process along the way on my YouTube channel, doing vlogs. I'm also going to do podcasts where I talk to experts about the whole process, and I'll put those podcasts out. A ton of interesting information is going to come out of this to hopefully motivate people to understand that they can do exactly what I'm doing. So I look forward to that. Now, there's 4 parts to this program, the Senior Golf Project, that I have to accomplish to be able to get to where I want to be here. Those four projects are obviously the golf. I've got to spend a lot of time with a golf coach, a lot of time on the practice range, a lot of rounds played, a lot of time on the putting green, and work my game into shape to be able to do that, because that's really the key to this whole thing. The second part of this is the fitness. I really can't do this being as out of shape as I am. Right now I'm right around 290 pounds. I have a whole story about my weight that we'll tell as the time goes on. We're going to be getting together a lot here, and I'm happy to share the story about my weight, my bariatric surgery, and how successful that was. But it only takes you so far. We'll do a whole bunch of work around that part of it. I'm going to have to figure out how to pay for this. golfing is not a cheap sport. And I'm going to retain my amateur status as long as I can. I think there may be a time where I'll have to do something different because I'll need to make a little money off of it. But right now, I'm going to retain my amateur status. So I've got to figure out how to do all of this and earn some money having not to do with golf, so that I can pay for all this. We'll talk about all of that type of support too. And then the last portion, which is probably the most important portion, is to motivate and to educate. We're a generation of my generation is all entering this kind of late middle age, going into our senior years. We're not seniors by any stretch, but we want to be healthy and vibrant and long after we're 60. Well, to do that, we need to start now and do the right thing so that when we get to 60, many of us aren't retiring as early as our parents and our grandparents did. So we want to stay healthier longer so that we can enjoy whatever retirement we have. So through this process of doing what I'm doing, I'm hoping that I can bring a lot of other people along the way and make them think about how they're going to spend the next 20, 30, 40 years of their lives. And it's a big deal. So part of what I'm going to be doing that you'll be able to see is I'm going to be doing regular vlogs, video vlogs. We'll put them up on the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing podcasts, talking to experts, both golf, fitness, motivational experts, talking about aging and staying sharp with your brain. Lots of different things that we're going to do there. You'll be able to follow this YouTube channel. I'll be posting stuff on Facebook. I'll be putting stuff on Bielanski Golf, on Twitter at Bielanski Golf. There'll be plenty of ways for you to find out what's going on. I look forward to this. I'm excited about it. I'm a little bit crazy and out of my mind. But hey, if you don't go after your dreams, then why not do it right now? You don't have to stop dreaming because you're 48 years old. And I'm not going to do that. So long for now. We'll have some more stuff coming out on a regular basis. I look forward to being here with you. Look forward to taking your questions. You can always ask me questions on the YouTube page here. Like us, follow us. Appreciate you doing all of that at the bottom. Ask questions. I'll respond as much as I can. Ask me questions via Twitter. That's fantastic. I look forward to it, and we'll talk soon. I'm Brian Bielanski. This is the Senior Golf Project. Talk to you later.